Get comfortable, because this spring story begins quietly and ends with destiny knocking louder than you ever expected. Spring does not arrive politely. It does not ask whether you are ready to love again. It does not check if your heart has healed, if you have forgiven, if you have forgotten. It simply opens the windows of your life and lets the wind rearrange everything. March in particular carries a restless, magnetic pulse this year, a pulse that awakens sleeping feelings, reconnects broken timelines, and places strangers in your path who will not remain strangers for long. You may think love is something you plan. You may believe you can calculate timing, control vulnerability, protect yourself with logic. But astrology reveals a different truth. Some encounters are scheduled by the soul long before the mind agrees to participate. This March, Venus dances boldly through fire and air, stirring courage in those who usually hesitate and softening those who pretend they do not care. Mars adds urgency. The eclipsing energy of the season dissolves old illusions, and suddenly the impossible becomes inevitable. There are 7 signs in particular who will feel the shift first. For some, it will happen in the most ordinary moment, crossing a street, standing in line for coffee, glancing up at exactly the right second. For others, love will return wearing a familiar face but carrying a transformed heart. A few will try to resist, to hide, to pretend they are too busy or not ready, yet the confession will escape their lips anyway. And when it does, it will be reciprocated. 1 or 2 will finally close the door on a relationship that has been emotionally expired for months, only to discover that the universe had someone new waiting patiently in the wings. This is not a season of half feelings. It is not a season of casual texting and disappearing acts. March demands emotional honesty. It rewards bravery. It exposes what has been buried. And for these 7 signs, it offers something rare. True love that feels both fated and chosen. If your sign is here, do not rush ahead. Let each word sink in, because somewhere between now and the end of March, your heart may recognize itself in another person's eyes and nothing will ever feel the same again. Aries, this is your awakening. You are not known for waiting. You move, you chase, you conquer. But this March, love approaches you when you are not even looking. A spontaneous encounter, possibly in transit, on a busy street, during a rushed errand, turns into a conversation that lingers longer than expected. At first, you will treat it lightly. You will tell yourself it is just chemistry. But this connection has depth that surprises even you. If you are single, you may feel as if you have known this person before, past life familiarity, immediate recognition. If you are attached but unhappy, March pushes you to confront a truth you have been avoiding. Some Aries will courageously end an outdated relationship and step into something vibrant and real. The key lesson for you is vulnerability. When you admit you care fully and openly, the other person mirrors you. Do not play games this time. Speak directly. Love rewards your bravery. Cancer, you have been guarding your heart like a sacred temple. You feel everything deeply, and because of that, you protect yourself carefully. But this March, someone from your past reappears, not by accident. A message, a call, a chance meeting in a place filled with memories. At first, you will be cautious. You will question whether this is nostalgia or destiny. The difference is clear. This time, they show emotional maturity they lacked before. Conversations go deeper. Apologies feel sincere. And if you choose to reopen the door, it will not be a repetition of pain but a new chapter written with awareness. For single Cancers, the energy is equally powerful. You may meet someone through family or close friends, someone who feels safe from the very beginning. This love grows slowly but steadily, like roots intertwining beneath the surface. Trust your intuition. It will not mislead you this time. Libra, balance is your comfort zone, but March tilts the scale in the direction of passion. You may begin the month uncertain, even detached, telling yourself you prefer independence. Yet someone unexpected disrupts your calm. Perhaps they challenge your opinions. Perhaps they see through your polite surface into the desires you rarely express. You will try to hide your feelings at first. You will smile, flirt lightly, keep things elegant and controlled. But internally, you will replay every word they say. By mid-March, the tension becomes undeniable. One honest confession, possibly yours, shifts everything. And the most beautiful part, they have been feeling the same intensity but waiting for you to lead. For Libras in stagnant relationships, this month brings clarity. You cannot stay where your heart is not expanding. A new love may enter quickly after you release the old. Do not fear change. Harmony sometimes requires disruption first. This is only the beginning. The next four signs are about to experience love in ways they never predicted, and one of them will almost miss destiny entirely. Until fate intervenes at the last possible second, let's continue because the second half of March holds even more unexpected turns, confessions, reunions, and brave new beginnings. Scorpio, you of all signs understand intensity, but this March, the depth you crave arrives in a way that feels almost cinematic. You may meet someone in a setting that feels ordinary, a workplace corridor, a bookstore aisle, a mutual friends gathering, yet the eye contact will feel anything but ordinary. It will be electric. At first, you will try to control it. You will observe, analyze, test their loyalty without revealing your own emotions. But this person will not be intimidated by your silence. In fact, they will sense the storm beneath it. For some Scorpios, this is a new love that builds through slow burning conversations and late night honesty. For others, it is someone you already know who suddenly confesses feelings they have hidden for months, maybe even years. And the shock? You feel the same. The key for you is surrender. When you finally admit what your heart already knows, you unlock a partnership built on passion and profound trust. This is not temporary. This is transformative. Capricorn, you rarely let love interrupt your plans. You focus on goals, structure, achievement. But March rearranges your priorities gently and then decisively. A connection may begin through work or professional collaboration. At first, it looks practical, even strategic. Yet beneath the surface, something warm and undeniable grows. You will attempt to stay composed. You may tell yourself it is not the right time, but destiny does not wait for perfect timing. For single Capricorns, love arrives through shared ambition, someone who respects your drive but also reminds you to live. For those in relationships that feel heavy or transactional, March forces a choice: remain in comfort or step into authentic emotion. If you release what no longer feeds your heart, a new partner appears almost immediately, stable, emotionally mature, ready to build something real. Love this month is not chaotic for you. It is solid, grounded, and surprisingly tender. Pisces, your heart has been dreaming of something more, something magical, poetic, soul deep. And this March, the universe answers. You may meet someone in a strangely synchronistic way, missing a train and catching another, choosing a different path, accepting an invitation you almost declined. That single decision changes everything. This person feels like a story unfolding in real time. For some Pisces, this is a karmic reunion, someone from your romantic past who has evolved, returning with clarity and intention. The difference now is emotional readiness. Conversations that once ended in confusion now flow with understanding. If you are already in a relationship, March deepens intimacy through vulnerability. You finally say what you have been afraid to say. And instead of rejection, you receive devotion. Do not escape into fantasy this time. This love is not imaginary. It is tangible. Hold it. Gemini, your love story this March begins with curiosity. A playful exchange, a witty remark, a stranger who matches your mental speed. You will think it is lighthearted at first, just conversation, just laughter. But beneath that sparkling surface lies emotional compatibility you did not anticipate. This may happen literally in the middle of movement, crossing a street, waiting for a ride, standing between places. Gemini, fate catches you while you are in motion. For some of you, an old relationship finally dissolves after months of hesitation, freeing space for someone entirely new. For others, a friendship quietly shifts into romance after one revealing confession. You may hesitate to define it, afraid of losing freedom. But this connection does not trap you, it expands you. When you stop running from depth and allow yourself to stay present, love becomes not just exciting, but enduring. And now, step back and look at the bigger picture. Aries found courage. Cancer reopened the heart. Libra chose passion over politeness. Scorpio surrendered control. Capricorn prioritized emotion. Pisces embraced destiny. Gemini allowed curiosity to become commitment. Spring does not choose favorites randomly. It chooses those ready to evolve. If your sign was called, understand this. Love is not arriving to entertain you. It is arriving to transform you. Some of you will meet your person unexpectedly under city lights. Some will rediscover love where you thought only memories remained. Some will walk away from what is familiar and step toward what is true. But all seven share one thing. By the end of March, your heart will no longer feel asleep. And when April begins, you will realize something quietly astonishing. True love did not just fill your heart, it changed the direction of your life.